Alrighty folks, today's video is going to be of the gear wrench, part number 81039. This is a 1/4 inch set and only a 1/4 inch set, and comes with bit drivers. This is a really cool tool to have because you can keep it in a little pouch with you, and you can do little small jobs or whatever it is you need to do without carrying a whole big sack of tools. So this is really good. Let's open it up and see what we got here. Now I did open it earlier, and I will say it is a strong little kit. For what it is. It's 55-piece ratchet and bit driver set. So you get your bit drivers in a clip style case that you can put on your belt or your pants or your pocket or whatever you want, and stick it anywhere. These are your bits, which come with almost every variety that you may need. So you're pretty good there. I've never even seen a bit set come with a looks like a T50. What is this? Now it got me going because this is a pretty big set. Yep, it's a T50. When did you ever see a T50 in a bit set? That's pretty big. So you got your Torx from a T10 all the way to a T50. You got the Allen head looking ones from 5/16 all the way to a number 4. Or is that a square? Oh yeah, that's the same. Yep. Well, no. Well, that is S2. So these are all, this one here on the bottom to the top all the way across are considered S2s. And then you have your, well, you have another one right here to an S3. Then you have a whole set of screwdrivers. Looks like a number 2, or this is your number 2. Here's your number 2. Then you have a pretty large one and a smaller one. PH3. Use this. You actually call them out. PH2 and PH1. So it's pretty durable. You can feel the plastic's not cheap. Regardless, this is not a cheap set either. So I guess you're getting what you pay for. If you drop it, it would probably break. I'm not being sponsored. They didn't give this to me. They didn't anything. So if I drop it and break it, then it's broke. So then you get your 1/4 inch gear wrench extension. And this actually looks pretty quality. I used it earlier on a nut and bolt, and it was pretty tight and kind of rusty, and it worked really well. So this is a big mama jamma right here. You want to know how long it is? Eleven and 3/4 inches long. So you got your round handle, turn it to the side, and this here is flat. Probably not going to see it that well. There you go. Then you go into your head, and you have a swivel head. This is not plastic. And this is not plastic, which is kind of like your little speed dial. This does come out. And mind you, you can use this for any kind of 1/4 inch deep socket or what have you, because these are not deep. These are pretty well 1 inch. 1 inch for the biggest. Well, they're all 1 inch long, but they're not deep sockets. So you can use this for deep sockets or whatever you want, whatever you got. It doesn't matter as long as it's a 1/4 inch bit on there. No plastic, which is the #1 killer for anybody. I'm sure that nobody wants plastic on their tools. So this is really great. When I was using it, it just almost didn't flex at all because it's so long. You got the big gear wrench logo right there. Probably can't see it. I mean, it's not going to focus. But it's really nice. It doesn't feel cheap at all either. You got that one. Then you got this weird looking one right here. This is also detachable. So if you have other tools with a 1/4 inch head on there, or like a bit socket type, it'll fit right in there. Same way here. Adjustable. And then you have an Allen head, and it screws in on the other side. Not plastic, not plastic, not plastic. Same thing with the speed dial here. You can do the same thing. Adjust this wherever you want. Lock it in place. Probably can't see that. But it's pretty nice. Doesn't feel cheap. But like I said, these are pricey. And then you have all your sockets, of course. You have 13mm for your biggest with a grip here, so you can spin it with your fingers if you like. A lot of sockets don't have this, so that makes it really nice. So you have 13 all the way down to 4, which is pretty freaking small. And on your regular socket side, you have a 9/16 all the way down to 3/16. And these don't feel cheap either. They got a little bit of weight to them. Most cheap sockets, they're actually pretty light. These got some weight to them, so I'm assuming they're made from good material, especially for the price. So I'll show you what I did, because you're not going to want to carry this little case around with you or have it in, you know, it doesn't lock, it doesn't do anything. And this is the only thing you're going to carry while you're walking around or whatever on your belt clip or your clip or whatever you have. You don't want to do that. So check this out. You can get a couple of these little 1/4 drive kits, or they're not kits, they're drive socket clip rails. 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, they're both the same. These are lifetime warranty, and the gear wrench is also lifetime warranty, which makes it a big deal to me, because if it's lifetime warranty, to me that's good, because you know you're going to get a replacement out of it. So I'll show you the cool part about this. You get these, pull them apart a little. You get your sockets. Start addressing them in place. So there's 10 sockets. And 10 socket clips. And with these little Huskies, they fit very tightly. This isn't like some cheap little one where they're going to fall out and so forth. They fit very tightly. So then I'll just push them all up. Some people, you can cut this if you want and kind of melt the ends of it so that this doesn't slide out anymore and it makes it more compact for you. But I don't mind keeping them like this. So that's one. Then you got your number 2. You can start your big on the end. So, in my opinion, like I said, this wasn't, this isn't sponsored, this isn't anything. I don't have to return these. So an honest opinion is that these are quality. And like I said, these are not cheap. So obviously, they are quality. Now you've got 2, standard, metric, or metric and standard. I didn't look at them. So then, once you're done with everything here, and done with everything here, here, then you can discard all this stuff. Because it ain't going to do you any good and you're not going to carry it around in your box. So I wasn't going to show you these, but I'll go ahead and show them to you now. I'm going to finish up with this right here. So really what you want to do is just get you like a money bag. This is just from wherever. No money in it. But it's a little money bag. Get your sockets. Drop them in there. This one's not going to fit. But you have a bag full of sockets. On your way. You can keep this in your toolbox. But what I will say, you can find your little bag big enough, that's even better. But you also have these Huskies in the blacked out. They're pretty nice. There is no plastic on these. This is metal. The socket release is metal. And it doesn't feel cheap and light. You have a quarter drive set. From 3/4 to 1/4. I did the same way with this, with the little railing. Clip rails. 19 millimeter. All the way down to 10 millimeter. That's for the 3/8 drive. And it comes with a 3-inch extension. You have your 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch extension, which is also 3-inch. You have your 1/4 inch sockets. 13 millimeter all the way to 5 millimeter. And these are like a 12 point. I don't know if you can see that. Which makes them really good too. I like these almost better than the 5 point. And it's probably not going to show. Come on. There we go. Half inch to 7/32. Same thing. It's like a 12 point. I don't know if that's considered a 12 point, but it's got that weird. I'd have to count them out, but you get the idea. They're not 5-point sockets. So, and that includes the 3/8. None of these are 5-point, which is another reason why they're so good, in my opinion, because they grip. So when you got something, well, these would have to be cut, and then you'd have to melt them a little on the ends with something hot, and they would fit in the bag. If you could cut these a 1/2 inch longer or even an inch longer, you can see how much space you have. What is that, about 3 inches? Everything would fit in this bag. Perfectly if these were cut down, but it hasn't been done yet, so looks good too. Alright guys, so this was just kind of a bonus for the Husky. Nobody's seen that yet, but the Gear Wrench 81039 1/4-inch drives, this is really good. I think it's worth the money. They're not cheap, but these are really, really nice. Once again, it's a 55 piece, full ratcheting. There's no plastic made into this anywhere. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Please leave a message if you got something better, or if you have the same tool and it broke on you or what have you. Have a great one. Stay safe out there.